we have protected Britons at home and overseas.
Priti Patel.
Thank you for granting this urgent question. And I think we've just heard from the Minister, basically, that the government's betrayal of the British Chagossian community continues. We've just had more details now on how bad this deal is for the Chagossian community. Labour's surrender of British sovereign territory means that now future decisions on access and resettlement to most of the archipelago, the ancestral home of Chagossians, are now left in the hands, guess what, of a foreign government. So can the Minister confirm if British Chagossians will need to become Mauritian citizens to have any hope of being entitled or eligible for future resettlement and the resettlement programme? That's a simple yes or no, because it sounds like it is an absolute yes. This is a country that until only weeks ago had an offence on its statute books for, and I quote, Mr Speaker, for misrepresenting the sovereignty of Mauritius, and a country from which hundreds of Chagossians have fled to Britain in recent weeks. And by the way, Mr Speaker, this is now adding to pressure on local authorities to house this community across the country. So does the Minister recognise the sheer madness of this plan? And, Mr Speaker, the government has also confirmed that despite Britain giving Mauritius, the government of Mauritius, £40 million of British taxpayers' money for the trust fund, Britain has no proper representation on its board and no control over how these funds are spent. There will just be one UK-based Chagossian representative on the board, chosen not by the British Chagossian community, but guess what? By the Prime Minister of Mauritius. Can the Minister tell us if he thinks this is acceptable? And did the government, I can't say the Minister specifically, press for greater Chagossian and British representation on the board? And can he tell us exactly what UK delegations have been doing in Mauritius this year, who they've met and what has been discussed? And on the so-called contact group, why has the government refused to seek the views of the British Chagossian community in this surrender treaty, choosing instead, Mr Speaker, to outsource this vital function to a House of Lords Select Committee whose survey has been open to manipulation and interference from this for the Mauritian government? We've seen that online. So it's no wonder, Mr Speaker, that the UN Committee on the Elimination of Racial Discrimination has called the government out for its betrayal of the Chagossian community. It's massively embarrassing, particularly when we've got a government of human rights lawyers. What is the Minister's response to this UN committee? Will he suspend the ratification of this appalling treaty, which is what the UN calls for, and importantly say sorry to hard-pressed taxpayers in this country who are forking out £35 billion for this shameful atrocity?
Minister.